The hate that Eric July is getting currently in the comic community is deserved. Yes, it is deserved because Eric July has committed this one crime. The one crime that Eric July has committed has made it so that he deserves all of this hate. Eric July, if you didn't know, is a popular commentator on YouTube. He's also a vocalist in a metal band, and he's also the creator of the Ripperverse with a comic called Isom. And it's currently made $1.4 million. Now, why does he deserve all of the criticism that he is getting right now? Because of this one crime. That crime is this: he did not play by the rules of the Cool Kids Club. He chose to be completely independent. And he doesn't care. He is uncontrollable. The crime that Eric July currently faces, that he's actively every single day engaging in, is the crime of not being controlled. You cannot control Eric July. Now, what do I mean by the cool kids? Let me talk about this. The cool kids are a group of people who both want to be in mainstream comics like Marvel and DC, and it's also the people who are in Marvel and DC. So the cool kids has many levels of coolness in the Cool Kids Club, okay? And when you're in the Cool Kids Club or want to be in the Cool Kids Club, you need to say what we say, believe in what we believe in, and be friends with those who we say you can be friends with. Here's the thing. Eric July doesn't believe in any single one of that. Neither do I. Now, how do I know that the Cool Kids Club exists? Well, last week when I was canceled, a lot of people were talking behind my back on the Twitters. Chris Sheehan, who's a professional artist, says, yes, it's something that a lot of people can't seem to grasp. We can choose who we work with in this industry. Who is it? The Cool Kids. The Cool Kids. Man, I have a hard time saying that. Cool Kids. We need a new name. We can choose who we work with in this industry. We can choose not to work with creeps. We can choose not to work with assholes. You're not canceled. You can still make comics, but people might not want to join you in making them. So it's not the professionals. It's not the managers. It's not the higher ups who decide who can be on this comic. No, it's the cool kids. We can choose who we work with in this industry, and they can cancel you at any moment. They can tell other creatives, hey, so-and-so works for this publisher. I can't believe it. This person doesn't agree with what we agree with. They don't say what we say, and they don't do what we do. How do I know this? Because when I was quote-unquote canceled, we have Blake's Buzz here, which is where a lot of popular comic book people go to podcast. Blake has this thing on his bio where he says, love more, hate less, and yet he's the most hateful person ever. And he says, yup. And he's getting gigs at publishers claiming to be all against this shit. What is all of this shit? It's stuff that he doesn't particularly agree with. Because the cool kids have said, do what we do, say what we say, believe in what we believe in. And I didn't do any of that. Therefore, I lose my publishing gig. And, to Chris saying no one wants to work with me, that's absolutely false. I have 260 beautiful backers currently who have bought my book, currently on Kickstarter, Super Plumber Sisters #1, link in the description. Now, here's the thing about Eric July. He is uncontrollable. See, the cool kids want to control you because they're all victims. They want a victim mentality because if you're a victim, you can be controlled. They can tell you what to do. Hey, I had to draw Spider-Man for $20 a page, so that means you need to too. Hey, do you want to draw Spider-Man or write Batman? Then you need to believe in what we say because I had to work my ass off for it. I had to be a victim in order to get it, so you need to too. But when you have someone like Eric who puts out a book on his own website, not even Kickstarter or Indiegogo because he doesn't want to be beholden to them. He doesn't need a message from Kickstarter saying, hey, we're canceling Isom. No. He's like, I'm going to put it up on my own website, so I'm uncancelable. His book makes $1.4 million. It still has like 2 months to go. When someone makes a comic and it makes $1.4 million and it sells well over 10,000 copies, and these people like Chris, who when they put out a comic, if they are lucky to sell 10,000 copies, they'll maybe make a couple $1,000s. People will get jealous. People are going to get jealous. Now, why should you be jealous of Eric? What did Eric do that you can't do? That's my biggest thing as a creator, is whenever I see success, I go, what did this person do? And can I or can I not do it? Okay. If someone gets success and it's purely just because they drew Spider-Man, well, that's hard to emulate because you either have to be good at art, and that's very subjective. You have to get into the right people, and then ultimately you have to like work for Marvel. It's very subjective, very hard. So what did Eric do in order to be successful in comics? Well, he starts off with a YouTube channel. See, look, I'm not even subscribed. I've only watched like one video in like 2 years. Okay, whether you agree with Eric's politics or not. Here's the thing, I don't necessarily agree with all of Eric's politics, but regardless, whether you agree with Eric or not, he has created a very successful YouTube channel. So ask yourself, can I make a successful channel? Can I learn how to make good videos? Can I learn how to grow a following? Once you learn how to do that, you realize you can't be controlled, because these mainstream people, the cool kids, they don't want you to have independence. They want you to think the way they think and do what you do the things that they do, because then they have control over you. See, if they have control over you and what you say and what you believe in, they can kick you off a book immediately. Hey, so-and-so doesn't believe this. Take him off Batman. Hey, so-and-so doesn't believe in this. Take him off Spider-Man. Hey, so-and-so said this on Twitter. Take him off X-Men. You see what I'm saying? And so if you can create yourself as a truly independent creator, you don't need to be controlled by the cool kids club. Now, can you create a YouTube channel? Absolutely. Can you learn marketing and business? Absolutely. See, let me tell you something. If you have a phone, and if you're watching this, you probably do. If you're one of the people who tweeted at me in harassment last week, you probably have a phone. You have access to the biggest wealth of knowledge that has ever been had in humankind, all right here in your hand. Now, here's the problem. If you tell people that they are accountable for themselves and their learning and their success, they'll tell you that it's elite. Why? Because they want to stay victims. I said this same thing on Twitter, and we have Habtoons coming in saying, didn't see this until now. It's something about your attitude, man. I can see why people are getting tight with you. That logic is elitist and weird. It is elitist to believe that you can start a YouTube channel, that you can control your own destiny. It is elitist to say that you can pick up your phone that you're tweeting me on and watch a video to teach you how to grow a YouTube channel. It's elitist to say that, hey, the phone that you're tweeting at me at, harassing me, the phone that you're using to tweet me at can get you the latest book on marketing, the latest book in business, and you can learn. It is elitist to be held accountable and tell people, hey, you can have success. So what is Eric July's biggest crime? Eric July's biggest crime is the fact that he doesn't allow himself to be controlled by the cool kids. He's completely independent, and he doesn't see himself as a victim. And I urge you, as a creator, to forget about the cool kids, do your own thing, make your dreams come true, make some sick-ass comics. In fact, I'm making some sick-ass comics right now. Super Plumber Sisters #1, a sexy action comic, is currently available on Kickstarter. We have 260 sexy backers as I'm doing this video. Link in the description. I hope you guys check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.